Okay, so, yeah, crazy, right? Here's the thing, so, oh shit. So yeah, here's the thing, turns out that I do have the Chaos Reign expansion, in case people want to know. Now, I know what you're thinking. How long am I waiting? Well, to be honest with you, I'm waiting literally 42 days. Okay? So, anyway, right? So, here's the thing, right? So, yeah, so I'm waiting during this time, okay? Now, the thing is that, you know, people may look at me and be like, why did you do it? Well, basically, I can tell you this. At the end of the day, it's for me and my uncle only, okay? May he rest in peace. Because at the end of the day, it's him that needs to see this, not me. Because I can literally, like, you know, choose not to. But I'm not gonna do that. This looks dope, I like these. But, yeah, so basically, where I'm at with this whole thing is we got 42 days away. Still can't wait to try everybody, you know. And it's pretty crazy, like how, you know, the expansion is about to get bigger. And like Ed Boon said, you know, we're in year 2, okay? So basically, we're not done yet with this whole thing. Which I'm very excited about because at the end of the day, like, you know, that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting for something to happen at this point, right? Ain't we? So, and then the funny thing is that, like, you know, nowadays is like everybody is freaking out about like the selling of Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. And I totally get what they're doing here, but I'm gonna tell you this, okay? First things first, I will say that if NetherRealm decides to go to another company, please make it a smart decision and please make it enough so that people may understand that you don't have to alter the graphics or anything of the sort because it's good the way it is. Unless you're going to Unreal Engine 6. Then other than that, it's fine. However, all I could say is that we are getting ready for the next expansion and for the next story that we're getting into. And like he said, this is year 2, so we may never know if we're going to get another story or if we're going to get another expansion or if we're never going to get more characters or if we're going to get more things or new game modes. But all I can say is that we have to be patiently ready for this type of thing. But at the end of the day, we're here in Invasions. We have to finish the Fire Temple and then head on to the next quest, which is the Sundoe Festival. I believe I'm in the 4th fucking stream or the 5th. I'm not too sure, but you know what? I'm here for it. Because Leroy Jenkins just came through to slap you motherfuckers with in the face to let y'all know I just streamed the Breed 3. Now, welcome to Hold On to Game Shit / Twitch. I'll be your home fucking boy, JU19 till I die. And yes, we already streamed the Breed 3. We're on the last one. We're playing Mortal Kombat 1. I would say I will play online right now, but I'm not. We're actually going to play Invasions, and we're going to keep up. And we're going to find out to see where we go from here. Let's go. So last time I was here, like I said, I was at the Fire Temple. And I did the mini-boss. I know that for a fact. Now I got to complete it, and then afterwards go to, the Sundell Festival. So, all right, let's finish. Yeah, that was not my case. I was trying to do that. Yeah, you know it. Wow, I literally just jumped over your shit.
Your future is history.
Brutality. Liu Kang wins.
Such a shame. Mind you, if you haven't caught on, I literally maxed out Scorpion and I maxed out Sub-Zero, so now I'm in Frost. I mean the good one, you know what I mean? Nothing. You know what I meant. Alright, what am I getting here? The spear. I'll take this one if anything. Probably this one too. Alright, let me go. Guess I'll go this way. What have I done? I'll tell you what I've done. I've kicked your ass.
Fight.
Your creation was a mistake.
Brutality. Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory.
Such a shame too. But anyway. Frosted nips. I mean frosted tips.
Fight.
Stand up. Turn it. Turn it. Dun. Wait, hold on. Dun. Mueva ahí, mueva allá.
Brutality. Liu Kang wins.
Anyway. You know, I wish people would really understand that, I make love to my hand. I don't need love from you, honey. I'll beat my dick like it on me, mutt! No, baby. Anyway.
Excellent.
You look like a frozen Yeti. Anyway. Alright.
Look at this guy.
Shin! I was just streaming like literally the 3 games, man. Hey, listen, if you got time today, we should discuss about everything that I threw in the Discord. If you want. I feel like we should.
3, 2, 1.
But yeah, yeah, if you want to have that conversation, man, we should. Because there's a lot of topics that we need to like touch base on. I know that for a fact. I do want to say that, you know, it's kind of crazy that we're in that predicament, knowing that there's something coming up very soon. So it's like, it's very weird, like, for us to hear news like that. So I wanna know what's your idea on it, like, or I mean, like I said, like if you want to like, you know, join the call and we could just, you know, talk about it. Like, I'm definitely down. Well, I mean, I didn't mean to do all that, but you know, I mean, alright, it happened. All right,
I'm not free today. Grimacing face. I'm still at work and I got some stuff to do after. But I think you should discuss it here and then we can talk about.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, so there has been this little situation here where the expansion is about to come in and 42 to 41 days away. Now, to hear news afterwards that says we, WB, are selling the gaming division of our foundation. Now that is weird to me because I would never think that you would, you know, sell your game division when it's actually doing numbers. It's not as bad as the movies or the shows that you guys have been putting out there. Like, you guys cannot sell the gaming division because the gaming division is really not the problem here. Unless you want to talk about, you know, the Suicide Squad and all that stuff, then I totally understand. But at the same time, I will tell you this: nobody has asked for that. Am I right or am I wrong? Nobody has asked Rocksteady and WB to come again and to do just Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, when they know that they messed up in Gotham Knights. And I played Gotham Knights for a little bit, and trust me, when I tell you this, it's unapologetic at this point. It's not as good as people has said it has been, or it's not as good as I thought, you know? And it sucks because at the end of the day, like, we really...
Well, they said they are leasing certain gaming division franchises, as in allowing other companies to license a game, but WB retains owners.
Well, here's another thing about that whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna like do that, then that would mean that at the end of it all, like, you guys really are starting to not care for your product. Like, you basically just want people to just, you know, buy into your stuff so that, you know, other people can really care, and then throw rules, well, unnecessary rules and stuff like that that makes, you know, probably, you know, games less fun to play, you know? And that's where, like, I'm still trying to, like, you know, figure out, because like it just literally, like, it just literally stresses me out, because it's like, bro, I understand that, like, you could do that, but I feel like personally, if you guys are gonna really let go of this gaming division, I feel like you should let NetherRealm be independent. Like, let NetherRealm be its own publishing. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I feel like at that point, like, it has its own
Fight.
mobility, and mind you, it has a very, very big core fan base. So it's like, you can't really tell me different. I know for a fact that we could definitely make a difference. And you know what I meant when I did that combo. But anyway, you know. It just, it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? Wait, hold on.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
I think if NLS had the money and resources to do that, they wouldn't have teamed up with WB when Midway went out of business. Man shrugging, medium dark skin tone.
Well, all right. Hold on, Akuma. I'm streaming and I'm actually answering a question here. So here's the thing, right? Okay, so that I understand, you know, because I understood that Midway was literally on its ropes and it was about to break, and WB bought them for sure. That's understandable. But if you think about it, WB has made them money enough to the point that I feel like they could really just go by themselves. And at this point, they should. They have it. They have the mobility, they have the money, they have the team in case that, you know, the team goes with them. If the team doesn't go with them, then okay, then I would say that, you know, it's a bad decision. But I feel like if the team goes with Ed Boon, then there should be no problem as to, you know, making it independent. But anyway, Akuma, what up, man? How you doing, man?
What's up? Actually, I came in because I wanted to join in on the conversation. I was watching your stream and I'm like, hold on, I want to join in on this.
Oh, okay, cool. So what do you think about this this whole selling of the gaming division thing?
Personally, I think it is the right move because WB has actually made NetherRealm lose a ton of money. WB wants to focus on more like live service games, and fighting games aren't meant for live service unless you're strictly making a solo player base. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think a good example of that is like ZZZ. Like, that's Zenless Zone Zero. That's a free game that just came out. And it's a fighting game, not a traditional fighting game. It's like a hack and slash game. But that game works for all of the, what do you say, like, the money you want to put into it, you know, XYZ. That works because it's a solo experience, right?
Right.
And they don't have to worry about too much of the quote-unquote balancing because it's solo. But when you make a fighting game, a lot of the most important thing about a fighting game is the balance in itself. And if you do not balance the game, you have a major problem. Like when you see in like Evo and shit, who did you normally see? You saw Johnny Cage and what Peacemaker, Homelander, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it all just depends. I think if NetherRealm leaves WB, they would take more time to focus on the game and the balancing instead of like all of these microtransactions.
That makes sense.
Because the way I see it, like I said, like as I play the game, NetherRealm is trying to make the game way better. You know what I'm saying? Like I see they did some decent balances. It's not completely enough, but I do see certain characters are getting the love that they need, and they're trying to make all the
but I disagree.
in their own way.
Live service stuff can work with cosmetics.
Okay, so one of my people that are watching the stream right now says he feels that, but he disagrees because live service stuff can work with cosmetics.
Okay, well, yeah, cosmetics. But then the next thing is, should they be so expensive? I mean, what is it? Wasn't something like $12 a costume or something? Should they really be that expensive?
I mean, that is a fair point, but at the same time, like, if you really think about it, man, inflation is a motherfucker, man.
Inflation is, you're right, but let's also be honest here. A lot of these companies don't be paying taxes and shit.
It's a good point.
You know,
that is a good point.
But to really go for it, yeah, cosmetics are good. But another thing to that is, let's look at some of our favorite character skins, like our Mortal Kombat character skins, right? Do we really need to be paying for some original skins?
I agree. They shouldn't be that expensive.
Like, the 1995 costumes, right? Like, dude, why we gotta pay for those? You know, like when you look back at like MK9, like the complete edition, I don't know if this was DLC. So if it was DLC, then obviously my entire point just goes out the window. But when I had MK9, you had like MK1 skin, you had like MK3 skins, whatever, already in the game. So now you're looking fast forward, and it's like, why am I paying for skins you put in for free last time?
It's true. That is true. No, that's a valid point because that was how it was back in X and somewhat 11 as well. So I understand completely what you're going up against.
Yeah. You know,
but I feel like during the time that they did that they were releasing bad games on their own because that was on WB. That wasn't on NetherRealm Studios at all. But they want to fucking put the blame on them and try to sell their division. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
You know what, you're right.
NetherRealm is one of the most successful studios that WB got at this point.
Yeah, that's true. It is definitely one of their best.
No matter what, if this freaking game sucks, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's because WB banks on Mortal Kombat as the name. Like when you see like a lot of like I'm not gonna say pro players because I'm one of those people, like this is gonna be like a really serious hot take. The reason I don't trust a lot of pro players is because they're getting paid to play, and if you look around, you see them always praising the game for various reasons, even though everyone else disagrees with them. But because they're pro players, they hold a little bit more weight. But I never truly respected pro players. Not to say they're not good at the game, but it's just one of those things where it's like you guys only use the highest tier characters. So some of you don't even need to quote unquote struggle at the game at all when you're playing the most overpowered or broken character. You know?
That is true, because if you want to be really valid about it, like my fucking favorite character is Scorpion, and yet that motherfucker's a low tier right now.
Right.
But yet,
you know what I'm saying?
But yet with the update that has been going on, it's actually pretty okay. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's making it a little bit better, but like I said, it's like when it comes to the pro players, they're only playing the high tier characters. And
yeah,
I get it. The argument is, my bad. Like the argument is, well, they're playing for money, so why would you not use the most broken or overpowered character? And that kind of breaks the fighting game thing. You know what I'm saying? When you play fighting games, normally the rule is to a degree. Yes, every fighting game has a broken character, but to a degree is. It doesn't matter what the character can do. It's all about how you use the character. You know what I'm saying? That was normally the general rule for the fighting game. So you can have a bad character, but you can still dog all the other characters if you knew, you know, XYZ. Games now, or NetherRealm games especially, they don't have that no more. It's if your character's bad, your character's bad, bro. That's it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why NetherRealm have to keep buffing and nerfing characters almost like every month or every couple months because they see the problems in the game.
Yep, that's a valid point right there, because like that's literally there's literally evidence about it. So yeah, you are definitely right about it.
Like when you look at Street Fighter, like Street Fighter's been out, I want to say at least like 7 months if I'm not tripping. If I am tripping, say I'm tripping. Yeah,
I think you are tripping because I think it's been a year now.
It's been a year. Okay, so that's I don't pay attention. But at least for the updates that I've seen for them, it's not a lot of nerfs in a sense. They do a lot of gameplay changes, but not not too many character specific changes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but I feel like NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat, they fall through this problem of making the game, oh shit, it's unbalanced. Patch, and then at the end of the cycle for the game, kind of like Mortal Kombat X, what did they do? They went back, changed every character in the game, and said we're done.
Yep. Try winning a tournament with Baraka in MK9 if you think any character can beat any character.
That's the problem right now.
Squinting face with Tom.
Yo, one of the dudes said that try winning a tournament with Baraka in Mortal Kombat 9 if you think any character can beat any character.
Well, I have to play Baraka. I never played Baraka. But MK9 is not really the greatest example either, because there were so many issues with it, right? So
yeah, but it was so many broken. It was so many broken characters too.
Yeah, there was so many broken things. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that in a general consensus, like if you look back on some of these older games, right? You saw people pick up anybody. I mean, damn, I remember back in like Super Street Fighter 4, someone came in with Rose, a character no one cared about, and completely dogged the scene. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there was a person who, it was recently, like Street Fighter 5, he used Fong, considerably also worst character in the game is what they said, and he made it, like, final, and he beat Punk with Fang, or Fong. So it's not impossible for video game creators or developers to make a game so balanced that even your worst character can win the top. You know what I'm saying? But
true.
What I personally think is what I always say is that like Injustice, like the first Injustice, is what started to divide the community. I always believe that's what divided the community, is where you saw more casual players come in and speak their mind, and NetherRealm started listening to more casuals and pros more than anything.
Try winning a tournament with hacking in Street Fighter 4. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I just did somebody with fucking 3 fucking uppercuts up the fucking face. But this dude said, try winning a tournament with Hakan in Street Fighter 4.
Hakan? I mean, damn, there was some. Who is Hakan? Oh, you mean that oil dude? Was that the oil guy?
I believe so.
I'm about to say now. I saw there was some like crazy people with Hakan, bro, and he has some of the craziest meaties and okies in the game. So, but I get it. Like, I get what he's saying, but I'm not saying me per se, right? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that there's somebody out there who was probably mega dope, like mega crazy with that man, who probably could drag a bunch of people in the pro scene. But that's the thing, though. I mean, there's millions of people in the world. We can't sit here and act like nobody in the world can use Hakan and dog some of these hot players. You know what I'm saying? It goes for anybody.
It goes for anybody, indeed.
You know, I mean, I play Scorpion in MK1. He's a little bit better now, but some people feel like I make him look really, really good.
That is
But
true, because
he's still ass.
you are a dog with Scorpion, bro. But for some odd reason, yeah, he is ass in this game.
Yeah, he's ass. But and that's because how do I say this correctly? I don't want to keep saying that people complain about Scorpion. I don't want to say that because people are gonna complain regardless of anything, and I don't want to keep using the excuse of y'all don't know how to fight against Scorpion. I don't.
It could be a good point.
No. Because even that point of you don't know how to fight against Scorpion is not even valid in itself. Because how do I say this? Okay, you know what? When we look at Scorpion and Sub-Zero, they're fire and ice, but they're how do I say this? I'm trying to get the words for it. They're complete opposites of each other. All right. So when you look at MKX, look at their versions. What was Scorpion? He was more like in your face, a lot of mids, a lot of jails.
He was more of a rushdown.
Yeah, he was more rushdown and more anti-zoning. But what was Sub-Zero? Sub-Zero, he could play offensively, but most Sub-Zeros play defensively until you got into a corner, so they can start all of their pressure in the corner because the ice clone. You see what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the good examples of this
Because
they are your
providing opposing points, but listening to both of you guys talk is dope. I don't mean to be combative.
First, because these are the poster boys, but they are supposed to be able to go against most of the cast because they're all rounded. You know what I'm saying? Like Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken, they're all rounded. They're the Shotos, they're the starters. You know what I'm saying? They're always supposed to have the tools to go against everybody. You know what I'm saying? Or
right. No,
am I not bringing it up?
No, that's valid because at the end of the day, that's true. You know, I feel like personally, like if they really want to, like they definitely could do that. But it's just I feel like they're being held back by the publishers because the developers are fucking doing exactly what they need to do. They're trying to develop it and patch shit up and make sure that everything is straight. It's the publishers that don't want to let shit happen. The way I see it.
Yeah, that too. But also, I'm not gonna lie to you, NetherRealm's not testing out their game mechanic. If you know what I'm trying to say, like they're not testing some of this stuff out. Like, why are you letting certain characters do this and other characters can't? Why are some characters? I mean, well, this is gonna be obvious. Some characters are stronger than others. But it's not about them being stronger, but it's about like, why do this character have certain options, but this character doesn't? This character is meant to play a whiff punishing character, but this character can outrange this character. You see what I'm saying? Like, so there's always gonna be a dynamic. But I think what MK1 suffers from in its entirety is that they have no structure for the characters. If you know what I'm saying? Like every character has an art type. And this game suffers from art type because, like, am I supposed to do this or do this? Like, you want me to play this, but I have a cameo now, so I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's suffering from an art type kind of thing. You know, don't tell me to play Rushdown like Johnny Cage. He's completely Rushdown, right? But then, even though he's Rushdown, what am I going for here? Damn. I'm trying to figure this shit out, because...
Oh, and this dude said, I'm just trying to provide opposing points, but listening to you guys talk is dope. I don't mean to be combative.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to... I think we're all just looking at different opinions. I ain't really trying to start anything.
Yeah, like, I wasn't really, like, trying to, like, be, like, you know, all, like, be, like, full angry video game nerd type of shit, you know what I mean? Nah. Personally, like, we all have opinions of, you know, how we feel about it. I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, there are things that needs to be done and there's conversations that needs to be talked about because, right, you know, there shouldn't be any type of reason as to why we literally just get a tweet saying, oh, we're still in the game division. Like, no, there has to be a conversation about this. Like, and I'm talking about, like, from the developers themselves. There has to be. Because Ed Boon not talking about it, Tyler Lansdowne not talking about it, these other two heads that do the combat cast ain't talking about it, that kind of worries me.
The reason why they don't want to talk about it is what I personally feel like is that they know the game is widely negative. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like when the game came out, there's certain things in the game that we still don't have. What happened to practice mode online? What is the warrior shrine? What happened to our lobbies? You know?
That's a good point.
There's a lot of things in the game that we're still missing. And I get it, NetherRealm's trying to focus on like DLC, new story, and this and that, but it's about to be 1 year and there are certain things we still don't have in the game. That raises a lot of concern.
It does.
You know, now,
it does.
You know, with that being said, I'm not really too mad about it. Like I said, I stopped playing this game as far as like being really serious about it. I stopped playing it because I couldn't handle it no more, if that makes any sense. You know, I just couldn't handle it no more. I'm like, I don't like this game. I don't like the way my character is made. I don't like the BS that comes with it. It's just a few, you know, just a few things, right?
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. What did the other guy say? You told me he said something, and I didn't even you know, we didn't talk about it.
He said that that they are leasing certain gaming division franchises, which is allowing other companies to license the game, but WB still retains the ownership. And mind you, he did say that if NRS literally had the money and the resources to do that, they wouldn't have teamed up with WB when Midway went out of business.
When Midway went out of business.
Yeah, which I totally understand that, but it's like at the same time, like, you know, that was when they were getting bankrupt. You know what I mean? Like, that's when they literally had nowhere to go at that point. I feel like now, it's been years since, they do have a lot of freaking places to go to.
Yeah, they do.
So, I feel like at this point, they have a lot of homes that they could literally like call home and shit like that. And I feel like personally, there's a couple of divisions that could work, and there's a lot of divisions that won't. So
I personally think that NetherRealm will probably do better going solo, a little bit solo. But then again, if they really need money like that, or WB or whoever needs money like that, that still poses another problem. But I think if WB and NetherRealm really wants to make good money, what they need to do is stop the live service a little bit, right? Stop the live service. Focus on making the game as balanced as possible. Like, really focus on
the balance.
Focus on balance and character. And I honestly think if they can do that, then they will be just fine.
Yep.
But like when you look at MK Tom Brady, I watch a lot of his videos. He always talks about like how, you know, NetherRealm can do better, but you know, we can't ignore the issues. But that's what a lot of people do, is ignore the issues. There should be no reason why people who don't really play fighting games, to be honest with you, and I get it, it's a casual audience, whatever, there should be no reason why some people can play this game, do the same moves, same other stuff, same cameo, and get like crazy wins out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at an MK Tom Brady video, and there was a comment on there that said that he played Reiko, and he was like, "Why does a
They'll
grappler
make
have the
more
best
money
zoning
by
in the
stopping
game,
the
and
money-making
why does he do so
activities.
much damage? And why does he have so much range?" He said it was disgusting for him. He said it was too easy.
Well,
You know?
this dude provided a question saying, "You think they will make more money by stopping the money-making activities?" I think so. I think personally they would, because the way I see it, if you really already, on DLC 1 already, right? You already got
Right.
the expansion going and all that stuff. I think at that point, like, you should already start focusing on the game patches and stuff like that, and the gameplay, so that people can be balanced and make sure that the worst character or the best character cannot be either OP or bad as hell. I feel like, this is the
I think
perfect
the
timing
best
for them
thing-
to do it.
Right.
Personally.
I think the best thing is that stop nerfing bit characters and let them be as they is, and only pick up the bad characters. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't make the best character go down to the low character status. No. Put everyone up. So that way you can really, see where the issues lie. But how do I say? What did he say? He said, like, do you think stopping the money making activity will make the game better?
Yeah.
I would say 50-50. When people get fighting games, I know a lot of people play Mortal Kombat more with their friends, and I think I'm speaking more on the competitive side of it. I think if you normally play fighting games for the competitive side of it, you as a person or whatnot can care less about the monetary stuff. But I guess that's the point he's trying to make, is that if you appeal more to the casuals, because they're the ones who's going to spend the money on it, rather than the people who kind of take it, a little bit more competitively. Wow, it's a good question. I kind of sit 50-50 on it, for real. It's a good question. About stopping all of these microtransactions and stuff, I guess he's saying that by stopping it, the game is going to die, because no one's really going to play it too much. Some people probably make Elder God one time, drop it. Some people don't like the way the game plays, they may drop it. So, yeah, I don't know. He may got a point. I may gotta lean a little bit more on his side on this question.
I don't know. I think personally, I think it may work, because you basically have a little window for you to, like, handle your business and to make sure that the gameplay and everybody else is actually to where it needs to be. I feel like this is the perfect time for it, and if they think that it's not, I feel like they're wrong.
I feel like it's a 50-50. If the game was good and balanced, if the game was good as balanced and really fun to play, and everything was top notch, then yeah, people will end up buying the game, playing it more. Any DLC that drops, people will be more than willing to buy it a lot more, because it's like, well, the game is really good, the game is really fun. Why would I not spend money on it? You know what I'm saying? But, well, when you say it will be better, so what are you trying to focus on in itself when it comes to
Me
stopping the
personally,
microtransactions? Is it just the gameplay for you?
I think it's not only just the gameplay, but the game modes as well. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the game modes, like, could
which means
be...
they won't have the budget from WB. Then stop the microtransactions, which helps them make money.
I know it's kind of hard.
Even.
It's kind of hard to answer.
Wait, hold on.
sometimes.
He said, if this dude said, if you want NRS go solo, which means they won't have the budget from WB, then stop the microtransactions, which helps them make the money in an industry where companies turn a profit for the first.
Yeah, and a half to 2 years. This
Yeah,
sounds
he's
like
right.
a recipe for
He's
disaster.
right. Someone will have, but
But this is what I was saying, though.
See that,
like,
but yeah, that is another thing though. If we're only focusing strictly on the budget of WB, yes, with their budget, they are able to put out bigger games, bigger story expansions, this, and that. But then that's another problem. As the more money WB dishes out, is the more money that NetherRealm needs to make back to them.
it's a good point.
So if I'm shelling out, let's say, I think a Mortal Kombat game, I'm gonna just put this on a general scale. I don't know how much an MK game costs.
$70.
Games are in the millions now, so I'm gonna put it at a low ball of like 20 million, and I could probably be wrong. It's all fuck, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna put it at 20 million, not 20 billion. That's way too much. 20 million, or 2 million through 20 million, depending on stuff and resources, whatever. Marketing, collected editions, things like that, right? If I, as a company, am giving out that much money to the game, then I am expecting that much money back, maybe double that money back.
Well, that's why I feel like that's the issue here. I feel like they're asking for double. They're not even asking for the equal amount.
Well, as a company, you don't really want to make the equal amount, because at that point, you know, you're just, you know, zero balancing it. It's like, if I gave you 20 million, you gave it back. I made no income. All you did was give me the money back. Well, I mean, I started, you know.
Either way, I'm trying to say that shit should be easy for Mortal Kombat. But if you really think about it, if most of these motherfuckers are saying that this bullshit sucks, then y'all should have been done this. Y'all should have been done something before the expansion came out.
Smaller budget going into development.
That is true.
Because you had that whole window.
You did have the entire window. The game been out since September. You just now announced a Combat Pack 2 and expansion pack, like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, basically.
So in that same sense, it's like, yeah, there should have been major changes, but they're not doing it. It's like they're trying to space out these changes because they don't want too much. And I think these patches are like trying to gauge where the community sits at it. Like, is this a good patch or a bad patch? If the community says like, hey, some of these patches for these characters are good, but these patches are bad for these characters, they're gonna go back and change it.
Yeah, I just
is what I'm thinking.
It's crazy. But this dude said, so without WB, NRS can make less, but will have a smaller budget going into development. You guys are okay with this? To be honest, yes.
Yeah, you know, and this is not saying that I don't enjoy the games that they make or whatever. You know, MK1, MK11, MKX. You know, gameplay wise, I think they're good. Competitively, I think it's kind of bad.
Guys, video game companies don't make a profit in the first year, sometimes first 2 years. Microtransactions help them make a profit fast.
On the gameplay itself and balance. You know what I mean? Like, cause let's be honest, Mortal Kombat has only just started getting serious with their games as far as MK9 go. Cause that was when they really tried to bring themselves into the FGC. Because Mortal Kombat was more like a real arcade game. Like, oh, go into the arcade, do these fatalities, this and that, all the way up to like all the way to MK9 when they was like, okay, we're gonna reboot the game and we're gonna make it FGC stuff. Because if you go back to the older Mortal Kombat games, you had infinites out the ass, glitches out, you know, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't take the time to really go out and balance the fighting game. They was like, we made a fighting game, it's arcade style, have fun with it, do these cool moves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They didn't start taking it seriously to MK9. And you can see that, yes, they're getting better, but they're also making mistakes as well, all across the thing, you know? Now, me personally, I think Injustice was the best game they ever made. I don't care. Fight me on the game. If you don't,
I'll probably take you up to that challenge, to be honest.
Like, on Injustice, the first one, man,
it don't matter.
No one plays the first one no more. That's the sad part.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I literally was recently just playing the first one, so I'm cool with it.
All right, bet. I'll see you on there. But the reason why I always looked at Injustice as the best fighting game they ever did, to me, and personally to me, like, I'm not saying no one's facts about or opinions about the game is incorrect. I think it was just the most balanced game. I felt everyone in that game can do something. I feel like every character had OTG in a sense. Every character had like this crazy cross-up game. You know, the only thing that became bad about it was some of the stuff did not read correctly, and the hitboxes were a little bit off. But every character was like really, really good. You can run into some people who can dog you with like Joker, Solomon Grundy, Doomsday. Like, I've seen people like run laps around somebody
Injustice
using
is dope.
just Cyborg.
A lot of zoning though. Zod was
What with the
disgusting.
issues of Injustice 1, they tried to fit in Injustice 2, but Injustice 2 just became Zone City.
Batgirl was
Because I don't know if anyone
disgusting.
noticed it, but like in every fighting game, NetherRealm tries to tone down something, but ends up making it bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they don't tone it down; they just make it downright horrible. You know? So
Yeah,
in Injustice 1, when people was trying to zone a lot in Injustice 1, the character select had a whole bunch of anti-zoners to really balance it out. So, you know, you couldn't really zone in Injustice 1 unless you was ready to die. But in Injustice 2, you had no real anti-zoner. You had the zone for zone. You know? You had a beat a bird roll that you can get hit out of. Why would I waste 2 bars for that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So here's the shit, right? So because he gave me three comments right here. So he said, guys, video game companies don't make a profit in the first year, sometimes first 2 years. Microtransactions help them make a profit faster, which I do agree on, but
I agree.
it has to be certain things that, you know, that has to like literally make sense when it comes to the price. That's all I can really say about it. Because there are some things there that is just like, why are we spending this much to get this? When you know that it should be a little bit more less than that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, those holiday fatalities, I felt like
Yeah, what,
those
$12? I think $12 fatalities.
I would be okay if they were like freaking 5 or 7, something like that. You know what I mean? But like, come on. But either way,
Right.
it's fine. Whatever it is, I'm cool with it. And then he said that Injustice is dope. A lot of zoning though. Zod and Batgirl are disgusting. I have not tried.
Zod and Batgirl. Zod and Batgirl is disgusting.
I have
will
not
give you
tried
that,
any
but,
of them.
Dude, they are so fun to play. But
Yeah.
the thing is that Zod and Batgirl, they, even though they was kind of like super strong in like Martian Manhunter, they were not unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a lot of things that made them unsafe. And that's how you like you take a strong character and you got to give them some drawbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, good point.
Scorpion in the Justice one, to me, honestly, like top 5 character. I don't care, top 5. But he is a bottom 3 character, but I made Scorpion in the first game. But I was always telling people, like, as a good example to how you make a really strong and good balanced character, you look at Scorpion as an example. Not pre-nerf, post-nerf. And even though he was bottom 3, I say he became a meter character, so a lot of his things needed meter. He had good resets, good cross-up. He was a vortex character, and
I agree the price is too high. But you guys are saying you want an RS to be solo. And you want no microtransactions.
Has anyone noticed in
That's a surefire way too.
Because poking leaded to an entire combo, and no one was risking that shit.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? But, like we can talk about Injustice another day. I don't want to stay on Injustice.
No, I
I swear, I can
understand.
talk about that game for like hours and hours. I love that game. But the zoning was not bad in Injustice 1. I will say that. It's not bad. And they actually made recovery correct. All right. I'm going to just leave it as that. But MK1, look at MK1 and Injustice 2.
Mm-hmm.
There was so, like, you can zone in Injustice, you can zone in MK1. And it's like what they want you to do is that if you want to counter it, they want you to counter them on frame 1.
Yep.
How do you expect me to counter on frame 1? You know, like, Scorpion has a teleport. They made his teleport better now, but remember how slow it was? How do you want me to counter with this slow-ass teleport?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason he has a teleport, to catch these people from zoning. Like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you trying to zone? Get in hey, I'm in your face now. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to the archetype thing. You make him a whiff punish character, but then you give him some of the slowest and weakest moves. You know what I'm saying? Like every move he does is like -3, -4. Why?
Good point.
But
you're providing a good point, because at the end of the day, like, it really is true. Like, how can you make some things like slow, and then, you know, you expect people to like not catch on to that shit? Like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people immediately catching on within like the first or second round.
right. But you see, that's why they, like, you know, for Scorpion, that's why they're like, oh shit, we made it faster. Like, he cancels immediately. Now you can attack right out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to change it because it didn't make any sense. You know, Sub-Zero being able to freeze with his ice clone mid combo. Why was that not a thing in the beginning?
Good point.
You know, like, so they're changing things to make it, you know, to really make it work, to to make it fit.
So, all right, so I got another comment here.
Would like a word with you when it comes to MK1 Scorpion. Squinting face with tongue.
Ooh, okay. All right, now I got 2 comments. Sorry.
All right.
So he said, I agree the price is too high, but you guys are saying you want NRS to be solo and you want no microtransactions. That's a surefire way to not get another game in the franchise. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that, Shin. We have already done this already in the beginning. So why not go back?
Maintaining a bigger audience. I guess what he's saying is
like
that oh, my bad.
I kind of get that what he's saying. He's trying to like gain like a bigger audience like through these microtransactions and stuff like that. And I totally understand this whole structure of it, but it's like no, like if you really go back to its original ways, then I would completely understand that we could find who is the real core fan base or not. And damn, you literally broke that.
You know what? It's like I see what he's saying, but he has a point too. If they went solo, and if a lot of people don't buy the game, we won't get another franchise. I mean, we won't get another game in the series. So, like you're saying, that only the real hardcore MK fans will buy it. True, but the problem is how many of them is left.
We can't go back to the 90s.
Like,
rolling
how many
on the floor laughing.
MK fans do you really know? I can only name like maybe like for me and my friend group probably like 5, like off rip, probably like 5 people. A lot of people I know don't really like playing Mortal Kombat. It's not their type of game, you know. Unless you're talking about like arcade era, whatever. You gotta remember those people in the arcade era, 1990. You know, some of them are pushing like like 40. 50. Well, I mean, I'm 26 and I was born in 97. I wasn't there when MK first came out, but I played every one. But I see what he's saying, right? Yeah. A lot of the older people, you know, they grew up. A lot of the people don't play games no more. So strictly relying on the fan base won't help.
That's a good point. But he said that MK Javier would like a word with you when it comes to MK1 Scorpion.
I mean, MK Javier, no, okay. What would he really say? Like, all right, no. I'm gonna be honest.
No, go ahead.
Because me, MK Javier, and Avery, we all play Scorpion like religiously. Now, I will say I'm a little bit of the odd one out because I only play one team for Scorpion, which is Scorpion and Scorpion. Right. They switch it up a little bit. MK Javier, he plays the chip out game. He plays 2-1, a couple taps in, chip, striker, Cyrats, or whoever, or Jats. And that's how he makes them work. Not saying that it's a bad gameplay, but I do think it's a little bit of a cheap way of doing things. But he has no choice. He has no real option. And I can't be mad at MK Javier for that. You know, when you play a lot of Scorpions, what is the main thing we're all going to do? We're all going to back up. We're all going to run away. And we're going to play whatever chip game or whatever whiff we can get out of you. Right. Yes or no?
No, that's actually valid because if you really think about it, like Scorpion is like, you know, one of those characters that like if you could pick him up and actually create some type of like freaking damage, then cool. But, you know, people are going to look at you like, are you serious?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was to play Scorpion, and I don't know if the guy plays Scorpion or not, but I always encourage people, if you think it's a little bit easy or a little bit hard or whatever, I encourage you to play Scorpion in the Scorpion team. That team specifically, because there's nothing to save you. If you fuck up, you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? There is no, oh, I'm calling in Striker to make me safe. I'm calling in Jats. Now, Scorpion can't even hit you on the ground. He can only hit you in the air. And the only thing that he can hit you on the ground with is the summoning move, which you know, is the summon. It's not an ambush. So he's gap free, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no. He's gap city still. He can only get combo extension, and you have
Scorpion slash Pharah is a mix-up machine.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, you see the other Scorpion players use everyone else to change it up, or to help him. How do I say? That's why they say that's why cameos in the game. That's why cameos in the game. But I always felt like cameos in the game, yes, but I should be able to choose whoever I want and still make them look valid. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to play specific cameos to make my character be good. Because if that's the case, that shows that's a hard, unbalanced part of the game. Oh, you're ass at this game because you're not playing with Cyrax. What? Oh, you're trash because you didn't use Jax. I'm sorry, bro. You didn't use Jax with Scorpion. You're garbage. What? You know, like, that doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, but then again, that's why people compared this game to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Though when the game first came out, it was like they did this wrong. Dragon Ball FighterZ did it better. You know?
That's true. And he said, "What are you talking about? Scorpion Pharah is a mix-up machine."
Oh, see, I didn't even bring up Scorpion and Pharah, right? Scorpion and Pharah is a mix-up machine, but it took them this long to make a character with some reset ability. But remember, before Pharah came out, remember I made Scorpion, and Scorpion have reset ability, did I not?
Yep, that's true. He does have a reset ability, yes.
Yeah, I like with me playing the game without any of the updates, I gave Scorpion 2 resets using Scorpion and Scorpion. But now we're talking about, oh, but Pharah is making the mix-up machine. But that's the thing, like, there's nothing wrong with Pharah being in the game. There's nothing wrong with them making a Vortex character. But now, me who had to sit down and play the game and think of ways to create openings for Scorpion, you just made a cameo that gave it to everyone. I'm not impressed. Like, no offense to no one, no offense.
No,
I'm not impressed. Y'all gotta use, now you have to use a cameo that gives you the stuff. I had to make Scorpion work.
Yeah, that's valid.
You know, but I get it. But like he said, Pharah is a mix-up machine. But would they be doing really good now, like Averick, you know, MK Javier? They would still be doing good. They're able to explore more with Scorpion now because they have a cameo that gives them the opportunity. So I don't know how to really say it. I'm not calling them bad or anything. They're good. They're really good. Don't even sit here and try to be like, oh, I called you ass, I need to get that run back. Nah, I ain't saying that shit. No, they're good at the game. But I'm talking about how they had to play to get it done. Averick's excuse. I'm only talking about MK Javier. Averick, nah, he be going crazy. MK Javier, come on now. I mean, we've seen how he played. He's not a bad player, but come on. The chip damage, the chip game, the running away. He's playing how Scorpion is meant to be played, so I can't really be mad at it. But before we start looking at him going like, oh, well, he's crazy now. How is he crazy? Because of Scorpion or because of Pharah? But some cameos just gives it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not going to say not skill itself, but when you get a character or a cameo or in any tag team fighting game, if you give an assist that's so good that it makes, you know, you look even better, even though it's really just a cameo or the assist, who is it really doing it for? Is it you or the assist? It's really the assist. Like, let's be honest. It's the assist that's doing it. Without the assist, you're not doing it.
It's your mentality. Nobody is forcing you to make Scorpion slash Scorpion work. It's like saying you're not impressed by hammering a nail with.
I had to set up certain things to give it to Scorpion. You know what I'm saying? I had to, like...
They gave you options to try new things.
Condition you to do certain things in order for the reset to work. I couldn't just be like, oh, you got hit. Here's a 50-50 right in front of you. You only get 0.2 seconds to guess. What? Why do I only get that long?
A mini boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, boom, there it is. You know? And I feel like MKX was doing the exact same thing, but a little bit different. Some characters' 50-50s was so goddamn fast, you was like, what the hell? And then some of them was like, I can react to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, Okay, so this dude said it's your mentality. It's nobody is forcing you to make Scorpion and Scorpion work. It's like you're saying you're not impressed by hammering a nail with a hammer because you used a screwdriver. They gave you options to try new things.
Yes, that's true. He's right. But the mentality for me is that I play my favorite character off, off in and off rip, right? So that's what I said. It's like I'm not calling this stuff facts. I'm calling it strictly out of opinion. Yes, they put Pharah in the game. They put different cameos in the game to have people try different things and do this and do that. And I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. I just think that certain things should not be given to people. You know what I mean? Like, how do I say? I don't know how to really explain it. It's like it took a DLC character to come out to make people do different stuff and make them play better. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did it take a DLC to come out for y'all to do better at the game?
I mean,
that's kind of how I look at it, right? And I get it. Like, you pay for the character, you don't use the character. Hey, I'm with you 100%. I sometimes play Pharah. I'm not gonna bullshit like I don't play Pharah. I play her sometimes, but when it comes to like these King of the Hills that we do, or like when I'm out playing like casual or ranked, I'm playing my team Scorpion. I'll use Pharah with my friends. Like, I'll just to fuck around, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm out playing with like my friend, I mean not friends, but against other people, I'm sticking to my favorite team.
right.
You know, but that's strictly because my mentality is the, Scorpion favoritism team. I play this character because I like this character. You know, I like this character. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stick to my favoritism. Right. Kind of like Ninja Killer. But he didn't really play Liu Kang all through the evil. He did different characters. But if he could, he would have took Liu Kang all the way. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to. Like he did in MK11. He took Liu Kang everywhere. That's you know what I'm saying? So, but I get him. He's right. I am choosing to play a certain team when I could play someone else. But a part of me won't feel good that I'm doing all of this. Like, oh, I'm getting all of these resets and stuff, but it's not me that's doing it, it's Pharah that's giving it to me. You know, but whatever it takes to win, I'm not playing for money, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, winning ain't everything, but I just like playing with who I like playing with, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And that's totally understandable. At the end of the day, man, it's only up to you, you know what I mean? It's your decision at the end of the day, so.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna get up out this motherfucker though, real shit.
Oh, you gonna leave already? Damn, we was all having fun.
I know, but at the end of the day, man, I got priorities, so.
I got you, man. All right, bro. I'll see you later.
Yeah, all right, man. Nice talking with you though.
Nice talking with you too, and the guy in the chat as well. He's cool.
Yeah, he's Shin actually. It's Shin that's talking to us.
Does he have PS5 as well, or?
Yeah, he plays the game too, but he plays it at times. He don't play it too much.
Oh, I feel you. All right, bro. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. Take care.
Yeah. So, during the time that we did all that, we gotten to halfway of Sundo Festival. As of this point, we're trying to figure out where do we go next. Well, basically, where we're going next is basically to the end of the Sundo, and then all the way to the final boss, which is Shang Tsung. Depending on who the hell's the mini boss on that point, I don't even know. But, I mean, I guess we will never know until next time, right? So, you already know what it is. I be Jay when I die. It's a whole lot of game shit. And I will see you guys next time.